Alright, we are back with more Factorio. Here we go. I am Pax. We are continuing here with the playthrough of Factorio Space Age. And we are on Aquilo, and last time we beat the game actually. We got our outer transport to the edge of the solar system. And yes, we do need to limp on home, and we did take a little bit of hull damage here, but not too bad, not too bad. And I want to change a bit to just use the yellow rockets. And I think they're probably just a little bit more effective in the end. So we're going to make the switch over to the yellow rockets. And so we need to change all of the sushi belt. So we want regular yellow rockets on the sushi belt now. Let's take all of the red rockets off. Okay, working on some more science. I think we need to maybe try to get some of the plastic bar productivity would be good. This would also be good. Finish off some of the agricultural science. And of course we have our cryogenic science, but there's not too much more stuff we want to research. Maybe this. We of course want to do belt stacking and spidertrons and foundation. So we'll try to get all that stuff going, but let's try to get you to limp home. I'm going to actually even lower here the velocity. We'll change this to be yellow rockets. Everything else looks okay. And yeah, eventually I just want to get rid of all the red rockets there. So that's not looking too bad. We can actually just by hand put the red rockets into the rocket turrets up front. Okay, so hopefully we don't get sideswiped, so we'll have to keep checking in on you. And I know that we need a constraint here, so let's do this. As long as the fusion generator less than say 4. And you for the reactor. Fusion reactor. So hopefully we can get these going. Just need lots and lots of these quantum processors. And I think then everything else is looking pretty good. This is backed up because of the quality. Yeah, this should be only quality, and we need another one that says higher quality. And throw a couple more of those on there. Try to get my stack inserter production coming back to life here. Cranking out some of the efficiency modules. Looks pretty good, looks pretty good. Looking nice, Gleba. We do need to maybe upgrade, do something about the landfill production here. So this is all retired now, but I think we can come over here. Yeah, let's just come over here and replace that rocket silo. Rocket turret. Put a different one there. And we can come right here, actually. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll just do this. There's our new landfill. Sure. And I think everything else here is looking fine. And let's check in on our ship again. Cranking out. Okay, I got lots of rockets now. We just need more of this. And I think to better balance it, I'd rather have... I think I need another one of these. This will be for ammo. And then I can actually change this over to B for rockets. Should also be yellow. And that way I can switch this one also to be ammo. And we'll just put down a few more inserters to make it go faster. That seems fine. So we'll cap the ammo. So we should have, yeah, we do need ammo production as well. I think this will be at a better ratio in terms of amount of rockets and amount of railgun ammo we're producing. So hopefully this will get us going a bit better. Should have enough regular ammo as well. Yeah, there's a good amount. Alright, limping along, trying to make it back home here. And seems like it's fine though. At least we have the production going. Alright, now what we want to do is start thinking about Novice, and our next big goal is to do the quality stuff. We of course need some new achievements to target. We're going to keep being lazy. I guess the next real goal is in the long term in a sense, is going to be building the legendary armor, so that's going to be something we're aiming for. So to get the legendary armor, though, we are going to make a new spaceship, and this will be the start of our legendary path. So this will be legendary collector spaceship here, and we'll start by just copying the Aquilo transport. I would like you to also change over to the regular rockets, and the main reason actually isn't because of the damage per se, but I actually got hit by the rocket and it hurt the spaceship, and so I'm going to try to avoid that and maybe do something like this for moving belts and stuff around. I want to try to get these ships to do a lot of our logistics for us, since they're moving from planet to planet as it is. And I think you don't have any belts, so I can't really change you yet. Alright, working on the plastic bar productivity. Okay, still waiting on these agricultural sciences to cycle. And now we should have our collector ready. So let's put this down and start to try to get it built. We actually don't need the rocket stuff, so maybe just ditch this part of it for a hot sec. And we're gonna need like a lot more. Well, it's just silly. We're gonna make it a lot bigger ship is what I'm trying to say. But might as well just get this going. And okay, let's go back to novice. So we would like to then build a lot more of the quality stuff. And one thing I want to build a lot of are the asteroid collectors. So we need crushers, here. So I'm gonna try to build a bunch of these using my make everything machine, but that means we need to make sure we get a good amount of the electric engines. So let's make sure we're getting more quality of those. And circuits are looking okay. Maybe even get that going. This LDS can just retire. So let's start to clear this off. Okay. So let's just do this. Get rid of all that. And over here, we want to technically, we should have this. So it should say uncommon, we'll say greater than 2000. Then this will make the LDS. This LDS will get upcycled. Yes. And what we need really is more of this. The LDS upcycling is quite powerful. And so we need better plastics. I'm going to make a buffer over here for the higher quality plastic. Okay. And then we need to up our plastic production and quality production. It does look like we're kind of hurting on the oil, so we should be having enough prod modules now as well to maybe start putting these better modules in places. And so let's start by upgrading the oil. We also should have plenty of the rare beacons, so let's consider something like this with a module, speed module, and a prod module. Oops, I meant to get a rare beacon. Rare? There we are. And so we can do this for the oil. Get it sped up a bit. I believe we should have speed modules here. Novice. Yes. And in fact, I think I can increase the lab speed a bit with these better speed modules here. Also, I want to just make this purely agricultural science there. Alright, cranking out now, loaded into productivity 6. Let's see, we can squeeze in maybe foundation would be good. We do need, that needs the agricultural science, so maybe we can wait on that. Do some of these. Lots of stuff to research still, but we have to kind of keep bouncing back and forth, which is the unfortunate part. Alright, and then I can also upgrade the pump jacks and the beacons out here with better modules. And actually better beacons as well, so let's do that as well. Get this oil coming. More. Okay. Alright, so hopefully this will help. We do need then maybe just increase the belt through bit. So let's make this red. Like this. Then we'll have to upgrade to the turbo belts. Alright, there we go. This and okay, that. And I might even do another quality module here. Let's do another quality module and then even a tier 3 module. Alright, we'll do this pattern now, at least. Because we need more plastic, we need more LDS, rare LDS. So we want to try to, yeah, definitely up our production. Looks like we upped it a lot with the extra oil now. And it's probably fine to have this. Could upgrade this. This could definitely be upgraded. I think we should have plenty of rare ones. So let's just upgrade these to rare. Tier 1. Alright, that definitely increased our petroleum gas amount a lot. And our plastic looks much faster now that it's, especially now. Alright, so then hopefully that gets us out a bunch of plastic. How are you doing? Okay, we're limping home, but it does look like we're starting to actually produce plenty of stuff here. And maybe even we can go a little bit faster. I think probably it's fine. Don't quite get that splash damage, but it looks like we're gonna make it halfway there. Cranking out the ammo. Chugging along. Going pretty fast, honestly. And I think that balances the production a lot better, much nicer. Over here on Aquilo, we're still chilling. Yes, we're chilling on Aquilo, yes. So we have a few of the reactors now, at least. Generators. We need a reactor, so we still have to produce a lot more of the quantum chips, though, so that's fine. Hopefully we see this coming. Yeah, we need more electric engines. We need rare pipes, which you have to make, but you should make them. You can also speed this along. Alright, let's put a beacon here. Just put 2 speed modules. Make this go faster. This is cranking out, but not doing too much for us right now. Everything else is looking pretty good. Oh yeah, okay. So we also what I wanted to do was, yes, expand my ability to produce rockets. And I'm going to move this because of symmetry and stuff. Sorry. That's where I want it to be. And all this. Okay, this will be the plan then for the rocket ships here. There. And then all this again over here. Like this. Alright, more. Something like that's fine. That's right? Okay, there we go. More. Alright, more rockets should help. And hopefully, okay, we need to actually request the stuff. Yep, that's going to be important. And we should be seeing a lot of action though with hopefully everything. Let's even give some of this stuff better, even better models. Alright, nice, very nice. Alright, at least getting a decent amount of plastic. Might want to grab more of these upgrades. But it would be good to get this. How's our lab looking? Yes, good, nice. How are we doing here? Okay, we actually made it back to Aquilo, except I must have gotten hit. Alright. Again, lost some stuff up here. That's crazy. But it's not the end of the world, I guess. It's very unfortunate. Do we have any more rocket turrets? Yes. Alright, let's do this. I'd like these rocket turrets to be there. Alright, at least we have that. I don't know how I got hit, but we made it. It's fine. I mean, we didn't make it. We're still trying to make it. Let's not overdo it then. Go back to 50. How are you doing? Looking fine. Okay, we're back at novice, so maybe I can grab... I'm going to change this one up too to be the regular rockets. So we need to grab extra belts and stuff, so hopefully novice will have it and it'll come. Auto request, please. So then we need to go through and change it to yellow rockets. Okay, okay, okay. We need this. Hopefully it's coming. It's coming, yes. Alright, some progress on our fusion reactor has been made. Alright, I should see hopefully a lot more rocket action and getting our other rocket built. Looks pretty nice. Red circuits are going, which is good. Plastic's going all out. I think we just want to also just use the active provider chest now and get rid of this. Right, cranking out the LDS there. And hopefully we're building these, maybe, not really. Alright, this is good though. And, alright, now we got our rocket production with the normal rockets and the yellow rockets. Gotta change this. This is good, this is fine. Ammo, rockets. Let's get rid of the red ones. We should see, yeah, the yellow ones are starting to populate now. And we are heading, we're back at Vulcanus. Okay. Okay, so we should be good here. And, oh, it looks like I need some storage chests here. So let's throw some of those down. Sorry, bots. Alright, we still need a bunch more. Some. We're almost back to Aquilo at least. Limping along, but we're kind of doing it. It's pretty nice. And yeah, I think this is a good balance now with the rockets. Okay, so eventually we will want this. Let's try not to get hit again. And we should hopefully see this starting to take shape. Just kind of a little bit, but yeah, we can start changing this. And yes, the main idea is to expand this a lot. And I want to find a good spot for kind of tiling these things. So we just like went diagonally, like this maybe. And did this. Like right here, I guess. Something like that. Maybe like this, but let's see, actually, let's move this to like this. And like that. Okay, so that's kind of like the pattern. Make sure that it has all the correct filters and stuff. Alright. Kinda getting there. And yeah, we want to make this pattern over and over. So let's continue it like this. Something like that. That's kind of the idea. And we need this space. The point of the spaceship is to go out and to collect a bunch of asteroids. And we're going to be like essentially farming the asteroids. And so I'm going to have this diagonal pattern to provide a lot of width to the spaceship here. Go probably all the way, at least out to there. All right, all the way out to here. Let's see, so I think this is probably fine, but here on the end, what we can do is maybe do this. Maybe just that. Okay, yeah, we'll kind of bring it back. Zigzag it back, I guess. Alright, something like that. So that's sort of the outside edge. I want to follow this line. So let's go to here. Be like this, yes. So this. That should be like that. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's basically the pattern. And so we'll need a lot more of this. So we'll just fill out all this for sure. And I think actually, let's see, I want to change this and have mostly the left side. So something like this maybe. Maybe give it some character there. Maybe like that. And so let's mirror image that. But I want the space on the right side for more production. So something like this. And we'll actually bring the belt this way. Eventually it'll do this. And that will be our kind of main sushi belt plan. And I'm gonna, of course, make it symmetrical. I really feel like the spaceships just need to be symmetrical. I don't know. Some people don't build them symmetrically. Alright, so we see our spaceship getting built. Stuff's slowly coming. We're gonna have to redo this because the belts are backwards. We can't flip them either. Alright, so all this as well. Right? Like this, basically. Pretty much. Yeah, like that. Alright, that's kind of it. That's mostly sort of kind of it. Yes, maybe. So hopefully we can get this going. And yeah, so then the belt, we have to redo the belt. So we're just gonna go straight across here. So this is gonna all be gone eventually. And we have to do this. And if I hold it down and press the H the right way, I mean, H, R? Yeah, R. To trace it out like this, I guess. Oh. Alright. Kind of getting better at this. I love seeing the spaceship slowly get built here. It's pretty cool. Alright, that's basically the plan, yes. So we're laying out this, you know, wide spaceship with the collectors spreading out so we can grab a lot of asteroids. So that's the point of this. We're going to be collecting the asteroids, and essentially the asteroids here are going to be turned into higher quality material. So there is a little kind of trick you can do to get the legendary material quite easily based on asteroid reprocessing. And so that is what this ship is going to be for eventually. Actually don't need these. And let's see, we can move this. Let's just move all this. I guess I can just get this going like this. Doesn't matter. And this. This. Alright, so we'll have to move the boundaries as well. All this can go. Alright, Novice doing a good job. Give me all that platform. Right, let's see, we can get rid of some more up here. I do like having it Swiss cheesed, like all the little holes in it. Cool, so we almost got it built, that's not bad. And how are we looking here? Okay, you're actually back on course towards back to Novice, so we'd like this guy to go around and distribute stuff to the planets. This should be first, actually, technically. And so I'm going to tell it to just go and wait for a little bit at all the planets. But mostly it'll be happy to move on once it's ready. And it's going to be spreading the good stuff around. Let's make sure you have the stuff for Aquilo. And how are you looking? You're heading back to Aquilo, so hopefully we can be just fine with the red rockets still. Yellow rockets eventually. That's good though. So let's see. You are going to then also be getting then modules everywhere. So, but I think I can start doing the better ones. So let's get the uncommon ones from Novice Prods. Let's get the uncommon from Fulgora of the Quality, as well as then Speed from Volcanus. And of course, Gleba Efficiency ones. So we'll try to have the better modules everywhere, as well as at least the rare beacons from now. Get that kind of getting spread out everywhere. And I would also like to have the belts, I guess, here. Let's just do ×2. Alright, you're doing fine, I think. Made it to Aquilo. Good. We do have the everything else. Got rid of all the red rockets now, yes. Okay, delete this. Okay, it's looking good. Cool, Aquilo. Okay, good, we got our fusion reactor. We have an uncommon one. That's awesome. Alright, so I also want you to do the Aquilo export. I think I had set this one up a long time ago. But this has all the other stuff with like the fusion reactors and the fluoroketone and all that. So, alright, so I want to set up the foundation, which, let's see, I think requires then maybe moving this. Because it also needs the fluoroketone. And as well as, this is going to be fluoroketone barreling. Alright, so we're going to be fill fluoroketone barrel. So we need this one here. We need this. We need to put this into a chest somehow. And we need a log inserter, I think. Now let's do this. And we can do this. And this. And then we need to make barrels. And I guess we can make barrels over here. This is fine, technically. Should be. Do this. Alright, just make steel barrels. And do that, and do that. Alright, so that should barrel us the fluoroketone eventually. And, alright, we got a fusion reactor, uncommon one, so let's take this. And hopefully we have, yes, 2 uncommon generators. Perfect. Got, one of these? Actually, I probably don't need that. Okay, good. Alright, so then I want to build a reactor down here. So we'll do this and bring the heat pipe down. And basically the idea of the fusion power is that the reactor produces plasma, but it needs the cool fluoroketone, so you need to cool it back down, and so that's why we need the cryo plant. And the plasma can only go directly into the generators, and with just one reactor, I think it will take 2 of the generators, so we're just going to shove them right here, like that. Yeah, so then this will produce the plasma, and then this will consume the plasma to produce electricity and produce the warm fluoroketone, which we have to cool. So we can just put it into pipes and do the cooling recipe here. And what's nice is the whole thing is a closed system. And I need to move it down one tile, of course. So heat pipe over here. And this will go the other way. Bring the heat pipe down here. And the last step, of course, is to request the fuel. So let's get the fuel over here. Actually, it's not the last step, just kidding. So we'll do that. We'll just do this. Alright, substation. Okay, because the other real last thing we have to do is unbarrel some fluoroketone here. So let's do this. And we need that to get it started. Soon it should have the fuel. We're cranking that out. I think we have plenty. Science is getting loaded up into the rocket. That's amazing. Outer transport is actually almost back to novice. I think we can now speed it up. Should be fine. So let's go back to doing 150. But shouldn't have any problems with taking care of yourself. So yeah, we're gonna get some good stuff over here from novice. Okay, so then finally we want to finish our fusion reactor here. And let's see, hopefully we have some of these. Yeah, just maybe 2 of these is probably enough. So just shove these in here. There we go. Fusion power. Alright, that is just a quick and easy way of getting, what are these, 65 with the uncommon? And I think this is right, 5.2, and these consume 2.6, so that's perfect ratio. So we need to get this up to 5, so maybe like this. Yeah, it's plenty. And then just do this or whatever, doesn't matter. Alright, now we have tons of electricity here, so we can do the other thing I really wanted to do, which was make even more of the quantum processors here, other rocket launching. Alright, so the trick will be though, how are we going to get... Okay, we can get the cold over pretty easily, and yeah, we want a beacon. We can do this. We need that roboport over here maybe. Let's just go there. Okay, but then we need to get this through here, and that can't really happen. So let's see, we can move this way. Do this. Actually, this even. We have to get rid of all this. So we could do it like this. Slide this over, go under. Alright, so how we're gonna, we need another heat pipe up here, so we need to like get in through here. But this stuff's in the way. I think we can do this. And can you get to here? No. We can go there and there. I think this might work though. So we can do that. Okay, now we've at least set up a little lane for another heat pipe there. So there we go. Actually, everything's heated now. Don't even need that one. This does reach through and connect. Very nice. And we should be able to then start another round of our quantum processor production. Assuming there's some electricity. Okay, there we go. Alright, more quantum processors. Yes! Alright, and then I think the other thing I was going to do was just shove a recycler over here, right there. And then this way I could just maybe ditch these empty barrels. Or ditch them in general. There we go. Good stuff. Maybe you could go a little faster. Let's see. We're producing 1.4 to make 0.7 to make 1.6. And then we have 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, 0.3. So we should be okay in terms of production of lithium plate, and hopefully the rest is coming fast enough. Science is fine, I think. That looks nice. Okay, nice. And how's our collector looking? Okay, pretty good. We're still waiting on a few things. Wait, we want the rare ones. Okay, so this thing, I want this, and also then I want this one. Glad I still have these. That's the calcite and such at least. Ah, yes. Okay, we don't have any accumulators. See, we need to have maybe some rare accumulator production here. Alright, build everything machines. Hopefully working out. Okay, we have our fusion power and our second quantum processor. That's great. we're still waiting on a few more asteroid collectors, and ideally what we would have up here are lots and lots of these crushers. So we need like lots of these. And what we also need are like tons of quality modules. So let's see. Let's get just some regular ones and just shove some of these in there so we can ask for them. So the request will come. We have some of the rare ones, but not very many, so we'll see where that goes. We should have a good number of these, right? Alright, something like this, whatever. Okay, so this is coming along. We're almost done, and next time we'll set up our gambling machine. But yeah, I did want to at least leave it with building the ammo. So we do need to still, of course, defend this with some ammo. So I was going to kind of squeeze it over here by the reactor. And I think we can get also the beacon here. Yeah. So we'll just do this for now. Maybe like a prod here and maybe 2 prods in this one. Something along those lines. That will go there, that will go there, and this will be the yellow ammo production, and this will go into the system like that, I guess. So we want to constrain this. Enable if the yellow ammo is less than 400. Similar stuff, very similar. Won't need rockets on this one. And we don't need this. We want something like this, probably. Except we will never go to Aquilo. Okay, we're almost there. We have some collectors, and I think they're fine. Would be nice if they actually... Okay, yeah, there's actually enough belt now to do the loop. And should start seeing then some ice and calcite and everything get made. Maybe can increase these numbers a bit since the belt is so much bigger. So we'll just double everything. And then we need to have these guys work. That's probably fine. This needs to be a bit higher. Okay, should see now some stuff going, yes. Getting some fuel, at least. Some water for the reactor. And let's see, we need to request up the reactor fuel. We got some accumulators coming. We need a lot more of those. We have some. We need a lot more quality 3 modules as well, so maybe I can get more. We need like all of them though. Alright, this isn't too bad. Thomas, how are you doing? Yeah, building this. Okay, we're actually stuck on the electric engine units. Can actually do maybe even better productivity here. We're at least cranking these out. We have lots of uncommon ones. Maybe it's time to upcycle them. Alright, so hopefully, yeah, our upcycling is kind of working, maybe kind of a little bit. Yeah, we're cranking through a lot of the other sciences here really fast because we've got our better labs, better modules, better beacons. And so we're getting up to 1,500 SPM. It's pretty good at the peak. And I just have to continually go back and forth. Another thing I guess I want to do is more modules. Like so. Like so. And hopefully we have enough production for this. We need to just be upgrading Novice here with more and more modules and everything else soon enough. Looking kind of good. Alright, and then we have the outline of our ship going, and we just need still a lot more collectors and modules, and but at least we have some production going, and next time we'll start maybe designing the Gambletron. And then, yeah, we have our ship back, and it This one is, well, yeah, we didn't need all that, but oh well. This one is, though, just going to be running around the solar system, spreading modules around, and we'll get it to do some other stuff soon enough, but it's nice to have him back, have him safe. And we have Aquilo transport also running back and forth to Aquilo. Oh yeah, okay, I want to do the last thing. Let's see, we're gonna have to move this. Sorry. And here, I guess is fine. Yeah, like this. This back. Maybe like this. And we also want this here to build foundation. Okay, but we need stone, so that is something we don't have. So let's add stone to our intermediate. We can ditch all this. We don't need these. We really don't need any of that, honestly. And let's get maybe 1,000 stone from Novice. And you're doing it too, right? Same thing? Yeah. No. Okay, do it too. Alright, so we'll start getting stone brought here. And this will be... Let's see, how are we going to do this? How are we going to get heat back here? The heat pipe challenges. It's always a challenge for sure. I think like this I can do. So we do need, I guess, the stone at some point. And heat. Can we heat back this way? I suppose that works. So the stone will be here eventually, but now we have basically everything. And next time you come to Aquilo, let's say passenger present, so that way we can hitch a ride home. But I think now we will be wrapping up the session here. So we have built our first fusion reactor here on Aquilo, and I think essentially finished it in terms of at least the near term. We will start bringing some stone out so we can start making foundation, and of course the other thing we want to do is, before we leave, is build a railgun for myself. How many do we need? 20 quantum processors here. Alright, give me some of these. And hopefully we get lucky and get a higher quality one. We'll see. Come on, 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 come on. Ah, lame. One more try, one more try. One more try. 2 more tries. Oh, come on. Come on, game. Give it to me, give it to me. Give me to me, give me the luck. Alright. 3 fails. Lame. Okay, fine. Don't just have a regular railgun. Boring. Have this. Okay, so, yes. We are basically then done with today's session. We got our Aquilo base essentially finished with our fusion reactor and our quantum chip production. Hopefully we can also get the modules out here soon enough and just continue to upgrade everything with better modules and beacons and all that. But I think other than that, we are feeling pretty good, and we have started our collector ship, and so got the outline down, and next time we will hopefully finish up with building the design for upcycling all of the asteroids. And so I have a cool idea in mind to do that. So stay tuned for the next session there. But we'll call it for today. There you go, Factorio. I am Pax. See you in the next video.